Hi everybody, Steve Griffiths here, developer of the MTPredictor software program. In this video I'd like to use the MTP add-ons for NinjaTrader 7, which is what you see here, using a 3-minute chart of the YM to show you some of the more advanced tools that we have in the software. Because I want to show you that MTPredictor is not just our standard and automatic setups that you see on the charts here. But before we start, if we look at these advanced setups, you can see we had a good day on the YM. We had a history triangle here because it was a double top with this TS4 cell. So in reality, if I right mouse click, put the analysis on, you'd have actually been short already. Double tops, you wouldn't have been stopped out. The market came down to this level. The STF was what we call strong because it's beyond our strength band. Therefore, we'd have trailed with the ATR stop. And as such, we'd have come out on this first trade down about here for a nice 3.4R profit. So a very nice trade indeed. Coming down here, we can see there's some history triangles. We placed the analysis on. These were buy setups, but these were against a red STF. So standard traders would not be taking these because they were against our red STF, which means a downtrend. However, this last DP sell here was again on a red STF, so a downtrend. So therefore, standard traders would be able to take this, and as such, had another plus 2.4R profit towards the end of the day. So a good day for standard traders. But let's see what the advanced traders among you could have done. If I scroll back to before the day even opened, you can see that we had a couple of swing pivots here. The lowest one was this one here. So if I right mouse click, place the DP off that low, I'll just extend that out with a rectangle in NinjaTrader just to make it a little bit longer horizontally, price wise, like that. Also time wise, not price wise. You can see that these are leading indicators. These are on the chart in advance before the market even gets there. If I now scroll forward, can you see how this caught the very low here as the market opened, came down to this level and then rallied back up again. We can do the opposite. If I go back to this last swing here, this is what I teach in the training webinars. We use the last swing into a high or low. Again, just simply right mouse click, use decision point. Again, I'll just place a rectangle around this just to extend it out into the future a bit. So therefore, advanced traders would have been anticipating this was an area where resistance was likely to unfold or the market is likely to make a reversal. So therefore, as the market came up into this level and made our sell setups here, this would have given you added confidence to take these, not only because they're with the STF, but also they were at this decision point resistance, which again was on the chart in advance and you were ready waiting for this. If I now place the first analysis on this first trade setup here, if you remember I said that standard traders were looking to be coming out at the ATR stop at this level, whereas more advanced traders could have run this a little bit further down into here for two reasons. First and foremost, if I right mouse click, use our Elliott wave tool, so Elliott wave intermediate, you can see this was a lovely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with this low approximately at the minimum wave 5 WPT. In fact, if I put the crosshairs on, you can see that there's the low, just about the same level as the minimum wave 5 WPT. So therefore, you would have moved your stop to just a tick above this high and increased your profit to approximately 4.2R risk units. Also, this was what we call a VSA setup. If I scroll back, I'll just clear the analysis off, clear all this loss off as well so I don't confuse you at all. Clear this off, change back to a pointer. A VSA setup is where the market makes a larger than normal bar move on a larger than normal volume. You can see that our indicator paints this red, but the critical thing is it makes a move beyond a prior swing pivot. In other words, standard traders, or I won't say standard traders, I should say amateur traders, would think that high volume on a move beyond a prior pivot would actually be selling, therefore they'd look to go short. However, we have an advantage because we can place our DP on this chart in advance and we can see the market came down to this level. Therefore, we're anticipating that a reversal was likely to happen. Because the market then the next bar reversed back up and found support at our DP level, we now know that the selling that we thought was happening in this first bar was not actually selling, it was actually buying by professionals. This is what professionals do at these kind of levels. They're called fake outs. And the professionals do this to trap amateur traders so then they can move the market strongly in the opposite direction. So this is what we call our VSA setup in MTPredictor, where we get a VSA indication on our volume. We then get a reversal at our DP, and that comes in there. So that was another reason why we were anticipating a low at this level. Combine that with our 5-wave sequence, and that gives us a real strong indication that a low is coming in. So therefore, if we now place our analysis on and we amend our risk reward to what we had earlier, coming out one tick above that high there. If we now scroll forward, you can see that means you would have taken a short trade initially off here, off the bar of the very high of the day, and you'd look to be taking profits at what would be the bar after the low of the day. So a pretty good result for a day trader. Because our VSA setup indicates the professionals are coming into the market and therefore a big move is likely to unfold, you could have actually taken a reversal here to go long. And if I scroll up here a bit further, you can see that it went up to this level where we had exactly the opposite setup, a nice strong move up there. If I place the DP off here, again that missed. Again, that gives you the area of where reversals like to occur. The market went straight into that level, then reversed back down again. After that, with our VSA set up there, coming in on that first initial bar. So here we can see that the high volume was not buying as the market reversed here, it was actually professional selling. So therefore you'd want to protect any long trade off this low by looking to come in at the very least one tick under that red bar. If I go back one bar less there, so that would allow you to take a trade off the low here up into this DP setup here. Now if I have a look at the standard DP sell here, I'll just clear the chart off again so I won't confuse you. If we now look at this standard trade setup here, remember I said that this was a VSA setup. If I scroll back to here, as indicated by our VSA color on our volume indicator, therefore we know that professionals were now stepping in here to then move the market lower, so therefore you'd anticipate that a big move is likely to unfold. So rather than coming out of the first target here, you'd want to try and run this a bit further and into the close. That would have been another 4.2 hour profit. So these are the advanced tools that we have in MTPredictor, and as you can see, they are very, very powerful. In other words, they allow you to not only help manage your standard MTPredictor trade setups in a better way, particularly taking account of the professional money and how the professionals are moving the market. Not only that, but we have a setup that's, just clear that off, that is purely built in and around the professional money, which is our VSA setup. We also have other advanced tools in the software like our Elliott Wave tool here, which again can help pinpoint turns by looking for patterns. The Elliott Wave pattern here, wave 5, indicates a trend termination pattern, as you see that nailed the low. And as I've already shown you as well, we have our DP tool here that goes out in advance, that gives you areas in advance ready for where the market's going to make reversals as a leading indicator. So as you can see, MTPredictor is not just the standard and automatic trade setups you see on the chart. It is a tool set of professional tools designed for the professional trader to help you understand how the market's unfolding, help you manage your trades more aggressively, and also help to identify additional trade setups above and beyond just the automatic setups. So this is what I encourage all MTPredictor customers to do, is when they purchase the software, is not just look at the automatic setups and just think that is all you get, is to come into our advanced training webinars that we run 3 times a week, where we go through some of these advanced setups and show you how to use MTPredictor, or how to take MTPredictor to much higher levels, and as such will improve your trading significantly above and beyond just the automatic setups. So that's my summary of the video today. Is MTPredictor is a professional tool set with professional tools for the professional trader that takes you far, far beyond just our automatic setups. And as you can see, we would have had a very, very good day on the YM on Friday, nailing pretty much every turn in the market and taking some very good trades off the pretty much shorting the high of the day up there, and again looking to take profit around the low of the day, and also looking to stop and reverse there for a VSA setup. So this is the reason I wanted to do this video, to show you the advanced tools that the professional trader can have that takes you way, way beyond just the automatic setups in the software.